Check. Right. Okay. Today we have to discuss that the 10th lesson, the answers and what are the things that we have to know about the paper, that ideas. So mainly, if someone missed this recording, I give the recordings for that thing. Okay. And the first thing, what is the first answer? Okay. Hi, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Okay. I think you can hear me, no? Right. Any doubts and any questions, please ask from me. Yeah? And I just explained what are the answers and the additional things. You can note down that thing with the paper. Now we have discussed the 10th lesson, 10th, not lesson, 10th paper, 10th mixed paper. This MCQ paper actually mixed paper. So more lessons, more questions, more topics are there. You have to get that idea in there. Okay. So so note down any doubts if you can ask from me, and you can note down the other additional things that I've told. Okay. So first thing actually, what is the main focus of the mass media thing? You have the paper, please get that paper and follow that with me. Okay. What is the main focus of the mass media ideas here? So mass media means firstly you have to know what that thing. Mass media means two types of things are there: electronic media and the print media idea. Electronic media and print media. So electronic media is television and radio, that type of ideas. And the print media means newspaper, books and magazines, that ideas. And you can put that that if you want that examples, please note that thing in another page. You have the notebook, please note down that thing. Mass media, two types of things are there: electronic media and the print media. In here, first thing actually motivating people, answers. Okay, getting feedback from the people and entertaining people, educate others, advertising. So mostly we can see these all the things in the mass media, but actually we have to think about this thing. Firstly, most of the people's, why using television, why using radio, or why using newspapers? People think mostly people want more information day to day. Yeah, we want informations. Yes, information is the base of the communication. Yes, we know, but mainly the newspapers, books and magazines, most of the radios and television things mostly used to get some relaxation, happiness, or free thinking idea, free mind idea. So mostly, actually in the mass media, most of the people using mass media to entertaining. It means relaxing mind, relaxed mind, happiness, that type of things, stress releasing, that type of things. Most of the things we can see in the mass media, teledramas, films, songs, chart shows, and that type of things, cartoons, mainly using for what thing, entertaining people. That's the idea. So that is the answer. That's why the answer comes entertaining. Mainly focus is entertaining idea, because it can develop the happiness, it can develop the mental freedom, relaxation, that idea. That is the point. Main to electronic media and print media are the main mass media, so you have to put that thing the note. The second one, who are the main two scholars in the Department of Mass Communication in University of Kalaniya. And this one actually a Sri Lankan communication history idea. Mainly there's the first department of the Sri Lanka for the mass communication is Kalaniya University one. So Kalaniya University, mainly there are two main scholars are there, main two scholars are there. First one, first person, Professor Vimal Dissanayake, and the second person, Professor Sunanda Mahendra. So you can see that answer in here. Second answer in the answer, Sunanda Mahendra and Vimal Dissanayake. In the Sri Lankan history of the communication, the first lesson of the communication studies, first lesson, 12th syllabus, first lesson, we discuss about that thing. Sri Lankan communication history. In that history idea, 1973, you can put that year in there. 1973 is the year that they developed what thing? The University of Kelaniya, that first department of Sri Lanka for the mass communication, they developed that thing in that year 1973. Two main scholars are Sunanda Mahendra and Vimal Disanayake, and other people's we can't take for that answer. Main actually direct answer is Sunanda Mahendra and Vimal Disanayake, because in the lesson we discuss that thing, in the lesson we point out that thing, highlight that thing. That is the idea. We need that first lesson or second lesson recordings. Please tell me, please put a WhatsApp message for me. I can send that for you and you can revise that thing with the recording. Okay. And now second question, second answer is the answer. It's a direct answer, because we know in the lesson we mainly highlight Sunanda Mahendra and Vimal Disanayake. So the third question, what is the answer that given below according to the communications nature? In the second lesson, foundation of the communication lesson, we have discussed what are the nature of the communication. Nature means the background, nature means the surrounding, nature actually a environmental idea for what thing? For the communication. Okay, what are the environmental ideas? What are the context that we can see in the background of the communication? It means communicators are there, technology is there, language is there, so many methods are there, experiences are there. That type of things are the environmental idea, context idea. So according to that thing, natures have so many types. What are the nature's type ideas? Actually, this all the things are there. See, process is there. Actually, communication is a power for what thing? To develop the interest, to develop the opinions, to develop the publicity. That type of things media can do, communication can do. And it's symbolized. Symbolized means what thing? We can use a language. No, language means some kind of a symbolized idea. Okay, letters are there, marks are there, some terms are there. So symbolizing idea is there. So you can put that idea for that thing. So the context idea is like what thing? The all of above ideas are there. So the process is there, power is there, symbolized idea is there. Contextual idea means background idea is there. So according to the nature thing, in the second lesson, so many natures are there. Aims, symbolizing, and process, one-way, two-way idea, and heterogenesis. Heterogenesis means that varieties of the communication. That thing is there, and power idea is there. So these all the things we can see in the nature in the second lesson. So fifth answer is the answer all of above. That is the answer. You can check that in the second lesson, nature topic, subtopic. If you want that recording, please put a message for me and I can send that YouTube recording for that thing. All of above, this all the things are what thing? Natures for the communication, right? That is the point. The fourth one, who is the father of radio communication in Sri Lanka? Father of radio communication in Sri Lanka. Actually, this thing belongs to the European European effects and European ideas for the communication studies in Sri Lankan ideas. Okay, what thing? That's mainly BBC. BBC. Who developed BBC radio system? Who developed BBC concept? Actually, British Broadcasting Corporation. So British Broadcasting Corporation first, actually the founder is John Reith, and John Reith and another person is there. That person name is Edward Harper. Edward Harper is an engineer from the BBC radio station. Edward Harper is the person who decide and who suggests Sri Lanka is the best place for develop a radio station in South Asia. He is the person. Without that suggestion, without that decision, there's no radio in Sri Lanka. So Radio Ceylon, why they introduced to Sri Lanka, Edward Harper is the person who suggests radio South Asian, if you want to develop a South Asian type radio station, Sri Lanka is the best place to develop that type of things because our environmental idea, our diversity, our biosystem ideas, and our situated thing, how we situate in that South Asia, and we are an island, no? And no any barriers are there to develop a radio tower or radio system. So simply and without any barriers, they can get so many informations from Sri Lanka to other areas. So Edward Harper is the person who suggests Sri Lanka for a radio station developing. So John Reed name also there. You can put that note for that thing. John Reed is the founder of BBC radio station, and Hugh Clifford also very important for the radio system. Hugh Clifford is the representative person in that time. That time means 1920s, 21, that time period. Okay. Representative of British people in Sri Lanka. And Edward Harper is an engineer from the BBC, and he's the father of communication studies because he is the person who suggests the Sri Lanka is the best place for develop a radio station in South Asia. That's why the answer comes, the fourth answer. You can put that answer there. If any doubts, please tell me. If you want that recordings or something, please tell me. I can send that into you. Okay. So the fifth question, next one. What is the main function of the traditional culture process? Main function of the traditional culture process. Functions, so many functions are there. Communication also have so many functions. Then the traditional communication system also have so many functions. Functions means in the communication, in information sharing and gathering idea, motivation idea, socialization idea, and that type of things are there. Okay, entertaining ideas, so many things are there. But in the traditional communication means without any technology, we can use so many communication system in that type of usage. So hooting, fire, smoke, and that type of things belongs to what thing? Traditional communication idea. This question belongs to what thing? This questions belongs to the traditional culture. No? So fifth lesson is culture and the media impact. You have to follow fifth lesson to get idea for what thing. This idea means traditional cultural idea. But this thing very interconnected with fourth lesson. Fourth lesson what? Fourth lesson is traditional media, mass media, new media, and social media. So you can see a link between this fourth lesson and fifth lesson. Actually, this fourth lesson, traditional media things, really link with the traditional culture thing in the fifth lesson. So if you know the traditional media characteristics, automatically you can use that thing for the what thing. Fifth lesson, traditional media, traditional culture idea. Okay. So both characteristics are same actually. It's a link between this fourth lesson and fifth lesson. So please follow that thing. If you have these notes or something, okay. But if you don't have the traditional media or cultural notes or something, please tell me. I can send that into you. Or if you want the recordings or something, please tell me. I can send that into you. Okay. This question for the fifth question, fifth lesson idea. What are the answers in there? Getting support from the technology, controlling feelings, education, motivation peoples, none of above. Actually, these all the things not belong for this answer. None of above is the answer because we know it's not a technological idea. Okay, controlling feelings, no. They try to express the feelings, very creative format, but without technology. Motivate people. Some motivations are there, but mostly they want to give some what type of idea. Orally transmitted what thing? Their knowledge, their interest, their actually perspectives, their beliefs, that type of things are there. Motivation things for the advertising or something, no, advertisements or something can do that thing. But this thing not a motivated idea. It's education idea. But education is here, but actually not the main thing. Okay, function ideas mainly actually they want to develop what type of things. The next generation, next generation's knowledge, they want to develop that thing. They want to develop their perspective. They want to develop their feelings, interests, that type of idea. So this all the things actually we can't get for the answers. So none of above is the answer, because without technology or something, eco-friendly idea developing or something in there, flexibility developing or something is here, we can get the answer like that. But this all the things actually, this all the things can't get for the answer. So that's why none of above is here. This one, this characteristics, this answers and other characteristics have some different idea. Okay. uh, Take controlling idea. So all the times it's not controlling, that's the problem. Okay, controlling feelings, no, not every time controlling feelings, no. Controlling feelings means emotion they try to control, but not all the times. They try to express their feelings, not controlling. Okay, they try to express their feeling, they try to develop some concepts to exchange the ideas to the future with emotions, with feelings, not to control, not to control. They don't try to control that thing, they try to express that thing. So that's why it's not come for the traditional cultural idea. So controlling is the problem. Feelings are there, I also agree for that thing, no problem. Controlling, never. Controlling, no. They try to express the feel. Okay, without any they try some controlling things are there, I also believe that thing, but not all the times, not the mainly, yeah, mainly not that thing. They try to express the feelings, that's why they develop folk poetry, folk tales, folk rites and rituals, that type of things. They try to express their feeling, not to control, that's the point. Okay, that's good. Any doubts, please put the message. uh, if you can on the mic, you can ask that thing directly, no problem, that's not a problem. Okay. Okay, right. The sixth idea, right. So what is new media? That is the question. What is new media? What is new media? New media already we know. New media have three types of device connections. Actually, telephone is there. Not only that, what thing? Not only that. Wired telephones, wireless telephones also there. Wireless telephones also there. So telephone is there, internet is there, and after that computers also there. So new media, that type of idea. Okay, so what is the new media? The new era of the mass media, the first idea is there. Another thing is high literacy media, and third one, global impact of media, and fourth one is a similar name to internet, and fifth one, subtopic of the social media, subtopic of the social media. So firstly, we can see new media is what type of idea? New era of the mass media. Already we know what is mass media. Mass media means what thing? Television, radio, and newspapers, that type of ideas. And new media means it's a fastest messaging system than the mass media, and that's why it's actually new era idea for the mass media, that idea comes. So answer is what thing? The first thing, new era of mass media, because other thing but high literacy media, no. New media usage sometimes without literacy also we can use that thing, no problem. Language idea, that type of idea we want, but not much sometimes. Okay, if you know the technical idea, if you know how to manage the equipment or something, if you know what is the data idea, okay, you can use that thing. Global impact of media, yeah, but mass media also have a global impact. Mass media also have a global impact, and not only the new media. That's why we can't get that idea. And fourth one, it's a similar name to internet. No, not only internet. Recently, I told you, three devices are there. What type of devices? Internet is there, computer is there, and telephone idea also there. So why we can't? Why we told that actually similar name for the internet? No, 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 not only internet. Telephone also there, computer also there. That's the idea. So subtopic of the social media. No, no. Social media totally different from new media. You have to understand that thing. New media belongs to internet, computer, and the telephone idea. But social media not like that. Social media, what thing? Smart devices with the internet idea. Okay, smart devices with internet. So we can't tell what thing. New media is a similar name or subtopic for the social media. No, social media is a subtopic for the new media. Okay, but not new media is a subtopic for social media. That's wrong. You have to think about that thing. So, sixth one, first answer is the answer new era of mass media, new era of mass media, new era of mass media, new era of mass media. So that's why it's a come new era idea. You have to put that year, this year in there. After 90s, 50s, after 1950s, we can see what thing new media ideas comes. After 1950s, we can see new media comes. So other ideas are wrong. That's why we can't get that idea as an answer. That is the thing. Okay. Okay. The next one. Seventh question is there. Seventh question. Okay. Seventh question. What are the two most important things that we can develop in our communication studies? In our communication studies, what are the two most important things that we can develop in our communication studies? Mainly in the first lesson, we discussed that thing. What? Communication can develop two things. Communication can develop two things. What type of things are there? Communication can develop two things: literacy and the criticism. Literacy and the criticism. Literacy means what thing? Ability to read, write, and understanding. Ability to read, write, and understanding. Read, write, and understanding. Criticism means what thing? Deep analyzing skills. So without these two things, we can't using communication. And why we use communication? To develop these two main things. Without literacy, without criticism, anyone can't do anything. That is the thing. Logically, we have to think something and we have to understand the ideas or opinions. So that's why the main idea comes like what? Third idea, direct answer is that thing, literacy and criticism. Without that thing, no one can understand anything. That is the point. That is the idea. Okay, that is the idea. So the next one, eighth question. Eighth question. Okay, eighth question. Right. Before that thing, please can you rejoin to the Zoom, because I saw some link that problem in the Zoom in there, some signal problem or something. Can you rejoin for the Zoom if you okay for that thing? Because I also have to that shut down this thing and reopen in that thing because some signal problem I can show that thing in there. So can you rejoin for the Zoom? It's okay. Because I have to close this thing and rejoin for this thing. It's okay. You can hear me now. Is that okay? So I close that thing now and rejoin to the Zoom again. You can use the link, that same link, and come to the meeting again. Okay. Just give me 1 second for this thing. Okay. Right. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, sir, I can hear you.
Right. Okay, right. There's a signal problem in there. Heavy rain in here. Is there rain?
No, sir, there's no rain here.
Right. In here, heavy rain. That's a signal problem comes. That's why. That's a problem. So, eighth question. Who published the public opinion book according to the situation during the First World War? First World War. Who published the public opinion book according to the situation during the First World War? Actually, eight lesson. Who published the public opinion book? Public opinion book in 1922. In the first lesson, we have discussed that thing. 1922. Who published this public opinion book? Actually, it's a public opinion book means a political type book, political ideological book. It's published by Walter Lippmann, but the answer is not in there. So in the first lesson, we can see these three names. Charles Coley is there, and Walter Lippmann is there, and John Dewey also there. So in here, none of above is the answer because Walter Lippmann is the answer. It's not in there. So fifth answer is the answer, none of above. Directly answer is that thing. Okay. The first lesson, you can see that three names. Okay. Ninth one, next one. What is the social media category in following answers? Actually, social media, six categories are there. Six categories are there. What are the categories? The first thing, if you want, you can note down that thing. If you know, okay. But take them, memorize the ideas. Okay. The first thing, what? First thing, social forum is there. Social forum. And second one, networking. All the social media belongs to what thing? Networking. And the third thing, vlogs and blogs. Vlogs and blogs. V and B, okay? Vlogs and blogs. Other things, actually, content community ideas. Content community. Other one, collaborative projects. That encyclopedia, digital encyclopedias, we can add to what thing? Collaborative projects ideas. The last one is virtual world. Virtual means that AI systems, ChatGPT, Gemini, that type of ideas, and Unity, Unreal Engine type gaming softwares, VR technology, deep fake thing, all the things add to the what thing? That virtual world idea. So the third idea, the direct answer, third answer is the answer blogs and blogs is the main category in the social media. I think you know that thing because in the fourth lesson, fourth subtopic is social media. In the social media, firstly, we have discussed what are the subcategories of the social media. The main direct idea, direct answer is blogs and blogs. Third answer is the answer. The 10th one, next one. What is the main effect of the television media? Misusing. Misusing. Okay. First one, flooding information. No, it's not a misusing. Flooding information is same by the simple like making depression. No, telephones, social media also can develop that thing. So not only television, we can't read that. Try to socialize people. It's socialize people means a good thing, no? It's not a problem, no? So we can't take that thing. Next one, can develop the addictions. Telephone also can addiction, but mainly in the first lesson, Wilbur Schramm also developed a report, television and the lives of our children. It belongs to what thing? It belongs to this thing. Addictions are there. After that, it can develop the gap between the parents and the children. So it can develop some struggles, conflicts, that type of things. And that's why the fourth answer is the correct answer. Literacy making is not a problem. No? So direct answer is what thing? Fourth answer. Can develop the addictions, cartoon addiction, teledrama addiction, mega drama addiction, news addiction, so many things are there. So fourth answer is the answer, direct one. It's not a problem, direct answer, okay? 11th one. What is not the advantage of classical culture background? Classical culture belongs to the fifth lesson, okay? Same like the traditional culture. And not advantage, not advantage, not advantage. First one, very standard system usage. Yeah, it's advantage, not a problem. Using ideal characters, yes. Our ancestors, ideal peoples, their ideas, next generation can develop and they use that thing generation wise system. So it's not a problem. Framed art fields and ideologies, yes, they have the discipline, restrictions are there, maintains are there. So it's a good thing. Regional usage, yeah, Sometimes they some areas only do that thing. Other areas, global areas, sometimes not like classical type of things in other countries. Some restricted areas, sometimes frames are there. Not all the nationalities do this thing. Some nationalities have unique art platforms or something. So that's why regional idea comes in here. Fifth one, see, making distance between society and people. No, it's actually with the people and society. So art, no, art comes with the society, with the people's ideas, attitudes, and emotions and interests. So that's not a problem. So not advantage. No, no, no. We have to use society. We have to use people's attitudes. So we can't use this thing. We can't use this answer. So fifth answer directly it's wrong because art comes in the society. Art comes in the people's attitudes and emotions. So we can't use fifth answer as an answer. That's why directly we can't agree for that thing. So the first fifth answer is the answer for the 11th question. 12th one. What is the meaning of the media withdrawal? Actually, this media, this other things also you have to write down. Please note down that thing. Joseph Parr Dominic. Joseph Parr Dominic told some mass media ideas. Functions are there. According to that functions, media withdrawal also there. So what are the other things? Actually, media diversion is there. Withdrawal is there. Convergence is there. Convergence are there. Okay, and this type of things. Just withdrawal also there. A diversion, convergence, withdrawal, and some hypothesis idea. It means dual dimension ideas we can develop in the mass media, hypothesis ideas. Okay, and that type of things he told in the past for the media things. So media withdrawal is actually fully the system we can stop. We can stop the system and we can shut down the system. That type of things we can tell withdrawal. Diversion means we can convert the path, we can change the path or something. Convergence means the common digital platforms we can develop. Convergence idea. Hypothesis, I told you that dimensions we can develop with it. Abstraction also there. Abstraction world also there. He developed. And other ideas there. Social utility. It means education, entertaining, and society works, welfare things. That type of things also media can do. So according to this thing, what is the meaning of the withdrawal? Meaning of the withdrawal is that one. Stopping all the kinds of media usage. Full stop. Shut down the system. That is the withdrawal idea. 12th one. Who developed these ideas? Joseph R. Dominic. In the report, please write down the report name. Dynamics of the Mass Communication. Dynamics of the Mass Communication. That is the report name. In 2010, 2010. He wrote that thing. He wrote that thing. Okay. So 13 one. Next one. Who is the founder of the satellite
Excuse me, sir.
communication concepts? Yes. Yes. Sure.
Sir, can you repeat it again? I can't hear you.
Which which one? Which one?
You were saying about the book.
Not it's not a book, it's a report. Dynamics of mass communication. Dynamics of mass communication. Dynamics. Dynamics of mass communication. Dynamics of mass communication. Dynamics of mass communication in 2010. 2010. Okay? Okay, now.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Right. So next in 31, who is the founder of satellite communication concept? Actually, the dual citizenship that person have, actually Sri Lankan citizen and the British one. And we already know that person name, Arthur C. Clarke. Already we know that thing. Arthur C. Clarke is the person who developed what thing? Satellite communication main concept actually. And another very important person in here, Tim Berners-Lee. Tim Berners-Lee developed what thing? The www. World Wide Web is internet concept developed by Tim Berners-Lee. We can put that name also there, additional idea, okay? Tim Berners-Lee. Tim Berners-Lee. www. And this answer, Arthur C. Clarke. Arthur C. Clarke developed what thing? The satellite communication main concept. You can write in there, okay? And 14. What happens most in media culture process? What happens most in media culture? This one also belongs to what thing? Fifth question, fifth lesson idea. Fifth lesson is culture, no? Media culture is another culture type in the culture lesson, okay? And media culture, providing the accurate news, motivate people, organize the people's life, making private argument, making private agendas to manage the situation, providing accurate news. No, sometimes some news are not accurate. In the Hero TV in Sri Lanka, you can see nowadays, and they also have a problem in developing the false ideas or something. Now the court case idea in there, not accurate news developing. So it's not that thing. Okay, motivate people. Yeah, it can motivate people, but social media also can motivate people than that thing now. No? So we can't agree with that thing. Only can do that. Organize the people's life. Yeah, sometimes it's that thing in there. And their routings depend on the media. Sometimes they get the decisions from the media decisions. That's the idea. So we can add that idea is there. Fourth one, making private argument. No. It can develop common ideas, not private ideas. Okay. What happens most? No. So fifth one, what? Making private agendas to manage the situation. So because government channels are there, private channels are there. Government idea means ITN, Sri Lanka, Rupahani Corporation, that type of things are government ones. And the private ones, Hero TV, Derana, Swarnavani, that type of things are there. So they also can develop some agendas. So government also can agendas developing, private media also can develop some agendas. So these two agendas can manage the system, manage the situation. So they develop their ideologies and they use the people's ideologies, use the people's emotions. And fifth idea is the idea. Mostly happen what thing? They develop some agendas and they try to develop their system and they try to control people lifestyle according to the situation. So fifth idea is the idea. That's the thing. You can write in there, private agendas are there, government agendas are there, belongs to the media. Okay, that is the idea. And write down some examples. IT in Sri Lanka, Rupan Corporation for the private government idea. Swarnavahi Hiru, that type of things for the private idea. Please write down that. Fifth one, 15 one. Next one. What is the second university? In America, the Wilbersham introduced the experimental unit. Actually, first one is in 1947. You can write that thing. 1947, Illinois University is the first university introduced what thing? Experimental unit, experimental department. The first time in the world. Okay, 1947 in the Illinois University. Secondly, in 1955, please write down that, note down that year. 1955. University of Stanford is American one. Another state idea. Stanford University in 1955. Isn't the lesson in the history of the European ideas in the first lesson? You can get that a direct idea. Okay, direct answer is University of Stanford 1955. That is the idea. Okay, 16. What is the name that used to identify the literacy is in late 90s? Literacy. Actually, literacy means what thing? Ability to read, write, and understand. According to the Oxford Dictionary, we can say what thing? Ability to read, write, and understand is the meaning, simple meaning of the literacy idea. But in the past, there's another term we can use for that thing. Just like this is the idea, high oratory skill. You know, oratory competitions also there. No? How to think, how to read, how to speak. So many things are there. So all the kind of skills actually we can gather for what thing? Oratory skills. So debaters are there, speakers are there. This all the people want what thing? Mainly literacy. So that's why high oratory skills in the past they used to what thing? Literacy skills. So that's the idea. Third one, because oratory skills belongs two things. We have to write, we have to read, we have to practice, we have to understand the words and we have to understand the pattern, speed. So many things are there. So third one is the main idea. That is the answer for the 16th question. 17.1. What are the two sub-models in following answers, which are developed by Wilbur Schramm? Wilbur Schramm developed actually two sub-models. Actually, in the old syllabus, we can see six types of models are there for the Wilbur Schramm's idea. In there, the one-way type model, two-way type model, after that thing, cycle model, that type of things are there. And according to this thing, we can see the first one, feedback and experience field idea, single stand and chain idea, cycle and needle idea, fourth one, mathematical and logical idea, fifth one, formal and informal idea. But that second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, actually all are incorrect. But the first one, you can draw that thing in there. This is the model that in there. And the feedback idea is this thing. Feedback model is this thing. Please draw that thing. This is the what thing? Feedback model idea. Feedback model idea. Okay. And please draw this thing there. Feedback model is this thing. But actually, this is the old syllabus one. Okay. I add that thing to get the ideas about Wilbur Schramm also developed some submodels. Students have to understand and students have to know he developed some submodels. Okay, because some people don't know he developed some submodels. Okay, that's why I add that thing. This is the feedback model. This is the feedback model. This F means feedback. F means feedback. N means noise. Noise means barriers. Okay. A M B means communicator, message, receiver. F is feedback. N is noise. Feedback comes like that. Okay. It is ideas. Feedback means visualize answers by receiver. This is the idea. Okay. You have to put that in there. That is the feedback model idea. Feedback model idea. Okay. And after that thing, that experience field idea is there. Experience field idea means this thing. Okay. Experience field idea means this thing. A, B, okay. And some common area is there. Common area is there. A is a communicator, B is a receiver. This is the common experience that they have. Okay. Okay. In this space actually increase, it means communication is successful because more common experiences are there. But actually it's decrease, it means less experiences. It means not a proper communication. That is the point. So these two models are developed by Wilbur Schramm in the past as a sub-models. Please draw this thing, note down that thing. Huh? Okay, now? Okay, now? Both are okay?
Yeah, okay, sir.
Right. The next one, 18.1. Who explains the newspaper has an unbounded page structure. Unbounded page structure. Actually, UNESCO definition is there for the unbound idea, but it's not in here. UNESCO say that thing. Oxford also have this type of definition, but mainly UNESCO says is unbound idea. So American scholars are there, Joseph Goebbels are there, Ben Kingsley is there, Philip J. Kitchens, all the things. No, other answers are wrong. Fifth one, none of above. You can write down there. UNESCO say this thing. UNESCO said this thing. Unbound page structure, because separate papers are there in the newspapers. Bounded pages we can see in the books and magazines. Unbounded means separate papers are there. Okay, newspapers actually separate type publication. Unbound, not bound. Okay, 18.1. UNESCO is the organization who developed this unbound idea. 19.1. Why do we say the smart devices can totally change the people's mindset? Totally change the people's mindset, because smart devices means telephones, smartphones are there, and so many equipments are there now. No? Because these smart devices mostly be used for what thing? Social media networking idea. Most of the social medias are what type of things? Actually, social medias are personally based ideas. So personal feelings, personal friendships, connections are there. So why do we say smart devices can totally change the people? Because it's personal based idea. our brains, our feelings, our thoughts, our perspectives, we can add our accounts or something. So it's actually focus for your personality, yourself, your ideas. That's why its answer is that thing. Okay, you also know about that thing. Social media mainly personal thing, not the common thing. It's a personal thing. Commonly we can use that thing, but wow, what are the things we express? Our personal opinions or something. That's why it's in there. Okay, right. Move to the next thing. 20. Who said that media literacy has four kinds of knowing skills to understand media messages? Actually, this one in the sixth lesson idea, 12th syllabus, sixth lesson. 12th syllabus, sixth lesson for what thing? Two topics are there, media literacy and criticism. This thing actually belongs for the literacy, media literacy. Media literacy have four skills, and four skills developed by that European Union. And four skills are evaluation, creating, utilization, okay, and preparation idea. That thing, okay. What are analyzing idea also there? Analyzing, utilization, creating, and that type of things. Four skills are there. Okay, analyze idea is there. Okay, creating, evaluation, and utilization. These four skills developed by European Union, and according to that thing, there's one of the definition is there from W. James Potter. The first definition in the that sixth lesson, W. James Potter says that our knowledge structure can develop some perspectives. Okay, that perspectives can get the subtext levels of the some type of messages or society. So if you use criticism, you can get the idea about the deep ideas, hidden ideas from the society, and that perspective we can develop according to our knowledge. So W. James Potter developed what idea? That idea. So he developed these ideas in there, and four kinds of knowing skills are there main. James Potter also have this idea, and he said after that thing, convergence idea we can use, and after that thing, our self-controlling idea is there, and after that thing he developed, we can control the media thing. So mainly perspectives are there. After that thing, we can develop the convergence idea, second one. Third idea is we can control ourselves, and fourth idea is we can control media. That's why these four kinds of skills we can develop idea in here. Four skills means what type of skills he develop? Perspectives we can develop, convergence idea we can develop, after that thing, self-controlling idea we can develop, and media controlling idea we can develop. Four things are there. That's four things we can use in here. Four skills means that skills. Okay. Europe Union also have four skills, but that skills not in here. Who said no? That one is organization idea. No? So this one belongs to W. James Potter. What are the four skills? Perspectives we can develop, convergence we can develop, self-control we can develop, media controlling we can develop. Four things are that thing. Please note down that thing. Huh? If you want some notes or something for that thing, please tell me. I can send that thing to you. Okay. In the lessons, we have to talk about that thing and note down that thing. 21. What is the main advantage of the social media? What is the main advantage of social media? Main advantage of social media, first one, gathering ideas, growing skills, entertaining people, and developing the interactions, and all of above. Actually, social media, no, we can use that thing to gathering ideas. We can use that thing for our developing our creative skills or something in the YouTube or TikTok or something. We can use to developing our skills or something. Entertaining people, yes. YouTube mainly we can use for that thing. TikTok mainly you can use for that thing. Facebook also we can use for that thing. Developing the interactions, yes. Interaction means yes. We can upload something, download something, developing the connections, chatting. So many things are there. So all of above. 21 answer is all of above. Fifth one. Okay, it's a simple one. Already we know that thing. 22. What are the main two types of the electronic media? What are the main two types of the electronic media? Electronic media, no? Mainly the first question also we start about that mass media things. No? In that time I told you mass media have two types, electronic media and print media. According to this thing, what are the examples for that thing? Electronic media, only electronic media. So here what type of things in there? Third one only television and radio is the main one. You can, if you have some doubts about this fifth one, radio and films, also electronic. No, yeah, but in the lesson, main two electronic medias are television and radio, not the television and film or something. Film is a subcategory. Main two things are in the electronic media are television and radio. So that's why in the question asked, what are the main two types? Main two types of electronic medias in here, television and radio. Okay, don't confuse about that thing, because film is not the main one, it's a subcategory. Third one, television is the radio, are the main two electronic medias we can use. That's the answer comes third one. Okay, 23. Who is the author of Silent Language book that published according to the interculture studies? This one also for the fifth lesson idea. Fifth lesson have interculture studies, that topic is there. And there's two books are there. This person, Edward T. Hall, is the answer for this thing, mainly direct one. Directly we know that thing. Edward T. Hall and George L. Traeger, that two peoples also published another book. That book's name is Interculture Studies, Models and Analysis. You can put that name in there. George L. Traeger with Edward T. Hall. These two peoples combined their ideas and they published what thing? Interculture Studies, Models and Analysis. Models and Analysis. That idea, that the first book. And the second book is Silent Language. It's published by Edward T. Hall. These two books are belongs to the 1985, 81, 80, that time period. Okay, 80s, please put that name here. 1980s, after 1980s, they published this type of books. Okay, first book Edward T. Hall with George L. Traeger. Second book, only the author Edward T. Hall. Silent book, only one person published idea is Edward T. Hall. One, George L. Traeger with Edward T. Hall is Intercultural Study Models and Analysis book. That's the second book. This is the first book. Okay, 24. What is the main element that used to identify the understanding of the receiver? Okay, used to identify the understanding of the receiver. It means if they develop answer or something, okay, we can visually see that thing, reactions or something. That is the main idea. So feedback is the main thing. Filters, barriers, language, medium can't express that thing. Feedback means their answer. Okay, they react that thing. Visualize answer by receiver is feedback. In the lessons we study like that. So how we understand if they understand or not? Their feedbacks, their reactions. Okay, if you put some message in here, or if you ask some question from me, that is the feedback. Okay, then I can understand, you can understand or not. So that's why feedback comes to the second answer. Direct answer, no problem, direct answer. 25. Why the mass communication process is very professional? Because there are so many things are there. Hierarchy means that top to bottom responsibilities are there. Yeah, it's unusual. Can't no. We can usually use that thing. We can't use that thing. Unusual idea. Can't. It's a formal. Yeah, but there are some things are informal. Think about that. Education, we can use this type of thing: papers, models, modules, syllabus. We can use. No? But in the television thing, they don't use syllabus or something. Just programs they have. So it's not a formal thing anytime, all the times. Informal things are there. None of above, can't. There's answer is there. See, it's a technical, because what thing? Firstly, we have to know what is the technique in the television or radio. Transmission techniques, engineering techniques, presenting techniques, lighting techniques, recording techniques, editing techniques. Then we can use that thing as a professional thing. So that's why it become a professional thing, because it's a technical one. Technicians are there. Presenters also have to develop that technical ideas. Presenters have to know how to use mics, or how to use lights, or how to use recordings or something, how to edit something. Presenters also have to know about this thing. So that's why it become a professional thing. It's a technical one. That's the point. Okay, right? And next one, 26. What happens most in advertisements? Most in advertisements. Providing services, growing publicity, providing knowledge, motivating and buy sell something, developing the skills. Sometimes you can say that providing services also okay. Yeah, okay. And the second one, growing publicity. Yes. After that, we can develop public some ideas. No problem. Providing knowledge also. Yes. Advertisements have that knowledge. Yes. Okay. No. Developing the skills. Yes. Sometimes. Not all the time. Sometimes. But main thing is, but in the advertisement, is a service or product is there. No. What is the thing in the advertisements? Motivate the people to buy that service or buy that product in the market. That's the thing. There's a motivation idea is there. So direct idea, direct answer. Fourth answer is answer, direct answer. Right? 27th. What is the first television network in Sri Lanka? Write down with this year, okay? 1979. 1979. 1979 is the year developed by what thing? ITN television network developed, established in 1979. 1979. And who developed that thing? Who developed that thing? Shan Vikramasinghe. Shan Vikramasinghe. Shan Vikramasinghe. Shan Vikramasinghe. Shan Vikramasinghe. Shan Vikramasinghe. Shan Vikramasinghe is the developer of publisher and established idea. Who developed this thing? Who established this thing? ITN developer, inventor, founder is Shan Vikramasinghe. You have to know about that name and please note down that name. Okay, very important person, and he is the owner of TNL television network also. Now it's not in there. Now the Supreme TV get that all the transmission centers, but TNL and ITN both found is Shantilal Vikramasinghe in 1979. SLRC in here, first answer, SLRC is the second television network in Sri Lanka. Second television network in Sri Lanka, but main government one, but second television one. Because ITN is not the government one in the first time. After 1980s, it become a government one. Before that thing is a private one. So the first government one is SLRC in 1982. Put that here. But that is the second television network, but first government television network. ITN is the first private television network, but secondly, it became a government one. Okay, 1979. 28. What is not the specialty of radio media in following answers? Radio media in following answers. First one. Technically developed based on the sound and voices. Imaginations are used. It's a visual medium, very simple and common. Direct answer in here, no, not the specialty, no. So technical development, yes, is there. Based on sound and voice, yes, in there. Imagination, yes, in there. Very simple, yes. But visual things for the television, no. Direct answer is that thing. It's not that thing in there. Okay. So it is not a visual medium. So fourth answer is the answer. 29. What is the element that include in the hub model in here? Element include in the hub model in here. Transmitter, not in there. Experience, not in there. Other thing, destinations is there. Yeah, we can see that. No, not in there because that thing in the what thing? Mathematical model by Shannon and the Weaver. Mathematical model. Destination not in here. Functions not in there. So none of above. No answers in here. If in here, gatekeeper or filter or regulator or that type of words in here, or communicator, receiver, effect type, that type of words in here, okay, we can take an answer like that. But in here, there's no any answers for what thing? For the hub model idea. So none of above is a direct answer. You know that hub model, no? This type of model, and Ray Eldon Hybrid, Donald Ungerate, and Thomas W. Bond. These three people developed this model in 1991. In the third lesson, we have discussed this model according to the mass communication idea. So hub model characteristics and hub model elements. So no any elements in here. That's why fifth answer is the right answer. 30. Who used the culture word to build up the idea of agriculture? Culture, fifth lesson, we can discuss that idea. We can discuss that names also in there. And Marcus Procius Cato, the full name you have to write in there. Fourth answer is the right answer. Marcus Procius Cato. He developed this agriculture idea, because culture's first word is cultus, not culture. Its first word is cultus, okay, cultus. Cultus meaning is growing, planting, sharing, providing, that type of thing. So that's why that planting idea is there. Planting means not only the trees or something, but culture means art is there, traditions are there, beliefs are there. That thing also we can plant. So agriculture also have this meaning, that planting idea. So Marcus Cato developed this planting agriculture idea. In the fifth lesson, we have discussed these names. Okay, Marcus Cato is there, Cicero is there, Pufendorf is there, Tyler, Malinowski, and Dominic also there. 31. The next one. What is the communication types that can help to develop the publicity or attraction? Publicity or attraction? Publicity or attraction? So mainly publicity comes in where? The mass medias. Interpersonal means not like publicity idea, just discussion or something. No. Virtual means internet things. Yeah, it can develop publicity, but according to the lesson, there are three things we can use. Intrapersonal for interest, opinions for interpersonal and group. Publicity comes in mass media, television, radio, newspapers. So films also we can add to that thing. So the second answer is the correct answer, direct answer. Publicity comes with mass media type medias. Mass media means huge one, so we can use that thing. Okay. Okay. I take additional 4 minutes from you. No, it's okay. Anything you have? Any classes you have? Any
No,
classes you
sir.
have?
No, at the moment I
Okay,
don't have
right.
any classes.
Sorry.
No, at the moment I don't have any classes.
Right. Okay. Is that okay? No. I just try to finish this fully. It's okay. No.
Yeah, okay.
Right. Okay. Right. Any doubts? Please ask from me. Yeah. Okay. And put a message or ask from me directly. No problem. 32 to 36 below. Every question paper in the A levels, you can see this type of question because they check your memories about sometimes element knowledge, sometimes functions knowledge, sometimes models knowledge. That they try to check that thing. So they develop this type of model type a question in every time in the paper. Last actually 2025 paper, there's no any this type of question. So this year 2026, I guess this type of question is this year paper you can see. So please focus with this type of questions, and your next paper in the Tuesday, Thursday, that 2 days you can get this 11th question paper. You can see another this type of question. I always use this type of question to practice the people because this idea really important. This type of practice really important in the paper. So 32 to 36. 32. C is the element that realizes something wrong in the encoded message. Encoded message means developing message. Okay, developed message. So C is the element that realizes something wrong. Something wrong is a noise is there. A problem is there. We know problem meaning in the media idea is barriers. So totally directly we can see problem means barrier. So second answer is the direct answer. Barriers, two types are in the media field. Mean noise. Mean noise means literacy problems, understanding problems. Other problem is media noise or channel noise. It is environmental idea, technical issues, that type of things we can add one thing for the barriers ideas. Two main barriers. Okay, other things not belongs for that answer. Okay. 33. D is a part that technically gathering the information using signals. So what is D? D is a part that technically gathering the information. Technically gathering the information. Okay. Using signals. So what is D? Actually, it's not in there. Medium, can't. Channel, same. No. Media channel, same idea. Media institute, no. Media institute can gather thing, okay, but in the model thing, we can't use that thing as an element, no. Decoder can't. Decoder is the developer of the message. No, understanding idea of the message. Understanding part means receiver, no. Viewer, listener, reader. Decode means that thing, understand. Encode means developer. So communicator, encoder, receiver, decoder. So this thing, not for that thing, no. None of above is the answer, but actual answer is transmitter. Please write down there. Transmitter. Transmitter. You can see that type of idea in where? Where? In the mathematical model by Shannon and Weaver. Okay. The next thing one. 34. A is depend on the message that created by encoder. So what should be A? A is depend on the message that created by encoder. Actually, encoder develop a message according to two main things. First thing, receiver is also there, and second thing, automatically we have to think about the receiver and what type of media we can use to express some ideas. We can select that thing. So automatically, the first thing we have to think, what is the media that we can use to this type of receiver? So that's why second answer comes in here. Media is a very important point for what thing? To get the ideas for the exchange the ideas to the receiver and get the idea from that receiver part. So media is a very important point. Communicator have to think about what type of media we can use to exchange our ideas for that type of receivers. So according to receivers, firstly we have to think about what is the media that we can use in here. So second idea comes. That's okay. 35. P means the person that decoding the ideas and react to the source. So what should be P? Very simple. Decode means receiver. So P is receiver. Recently I told you, viewer, listener, and reader is there. That type of people are receivers. So receivers are what type of people? Decoders. You can additionally put a bracket and write in there. Additionally, there's three another types are there according to the process about the viewers and listeners and readers. That three other types are active, deactive, and weak. Active, deactive, and weak. This belongs to what thing? They are process. Viewers process, receivers process, readers process. According to the process, according to the reactions, we can see active, deactive, and weak type of things. But in the paper, if they ask who are the main three receivers, don't write active, deactive, and weak thing. Okay, it's actually depend on the process, depend on the answers. But main three receivers are viewers, listeners, and readers. Okay, we have to get that idea. Note down that thing, right? 36. E is the source of this communication process and G is the destination of the model. Destination means some kind of effect idea, okay? So if you match the elements in order, what should be this model actually, okay? E is the source, G is the destination, and E source, G destination. First element source and last element destination. What type of model have these two elements in the beginning and the end? Mathematical model is the only model we can see source and the destination in the beginning and the ending point. Source and destination. So mathematical model is the answer. Mathematical model by whom? Mathematical model by Shannon and Weaver. Right on there, 1949, they developed this model. And the second lesson, we have to understand their definition. And third lesson, we can see their model. Okay. Got the point. Any doubts, please ask from me. Yeah. 37. What is the year? What is the year that introduced the communication studies subject for school sector in Sri Lanka? Three main years are there. In the first lesson, we have to think about that thing. We can get that idea. 2006 is there, 2007 is there, 2008 is there, but different grades are different grades. 2006 for the 10th, grade 10, it's a pilot project first one. Communication and media study, bucket first subject comes in 2006, grade 10. Second one, grade 11, the first O-level paper, and 2008, grade 12, art stream. Firstly, they introduced communication and media studies for the A levels, but now it's not the art subject. Now it's a tech art combo subject. Okay. Now the Z score actually a very high subject now. Okay. But the first in the here answers, so many answers are there. But I asked that first year, the year that firstly introduced that thing. So firstly, they introduced 2006, grade 10. So third answer is the answer. But please, you memorize these 2 years also. These 2 years, 11th one and 12th one. Grade 11, grade 12, 2007, 2008. But main year, first year, 2006. Okay, for the grade 10. 38. What is the characteristic that including here according to the mass culture? Mass culture means organized one with the leader, with the aim, that type of idea. And see, fire expansion, already we know that thing, but it's technical. No, no, no. Media culture, global culture, we can see it's a technical, but we can't tell that mass culture like that. Mass culture can develop that religions, ethnic groups, nationalities, countries develop according to mass culture. Okay, simple process, no, simple process is there, but mainly it focus for the traditional culture, not for the mass culture. Political base, no, not for that thing, not main one. Sometimes some things are there. Political parties also we can develop, we can see that develop according to the mass culture, but not mainly. Well, very correct answer. Well, correct answer is third one. Well organized idea. Yes, organized, leader is there, aim is there. Yeah, that type of things we can see in the mass culture. And put a bracket and write for that thing. Just if you have the paper, please write down ethnic groups, religions, nationalities developed according to the mass culture. Okay, and mass culture concept firstly introduced as a theory by two people, David White and Bernard Rosenberg. David White, and Bernard Rosenberg. These two people firstly introduced mass culture as a word in the theories. Okay, David White and Bernard Rosenberg. Right. Okay. Right. 39. 39 is actually a common sense idea for the Sri Lankan media studies. Sometimes they ask this type of common ideas in the paper, but please find or search that in some historical ideas in Sri Lanka, teledramas, directors' names, telefilms names. Please, some knowledge, if you have common knowledge, you can really easy to get the answers for this type of question. So 39. What is the first dubbed children cartoon in Sri Lanka? Actually, it's 1985. 1985 is the year. 1985 is the year for this one. This one belongs to SLRC, Sri Lanka Rupahani Corporation. Okay. And the cartoon name is Lokubas and Podibas. Lokubas and Podibas. Okay, Lokubas and Podibas. Fourth answer is the answer. Year 1985 is telecast in SLRC in 1985. Okay, that's the first dubbed cartoon in Sri Lanka. 14th one. What is the main addiction side effect of the social media usage in nowadays? First one, attraction is there. Second one, depression. Third one, traditional. Fourth one, age restrictions. Fifth one, none of above. Attraction is not effect. already is there. We can see that attraction, the mass media also there, no problem. Traditional is not not suitable for answer. None of above, no. We can see the answers in here. Fourth one, age restrictions, yeah. Restriction is not a problem. Restriction is a good thing. Regulation idea. Second answer is the answer, depression. Yeah, most of people more addict for that addiction. If the addiction word is there in here, that also answer. In the paper, sometimes they give addictions, not depression. Depression also answer, addiction also answer. Directly we can see that thing. Second answer, depression. 41. What are the two main types of motivation that can help in the understand the culture effects? Actually, we can see positive motivation, negative motivation also there in the lesson. This lesson, the fourth lesson have some other motivation types: attitudinal motivation, behavioral motivation, and temporal motivation. In the sixth lesson for the criticism studies and literacy studies, but in here culture effects, no. So motivation comes in the culture effects in two types, mainly physically and mentally. Physically means, put a bracket and write for that thing, behaviors, okay. Mentally means the attitudes, emotions, interest, that type of thing. So mainly two types of effects we can see, motivations we can see, physically or mentally. It means behavioral or attitudinal. That's the idea. Attitudinal. Okay, that is the idea. Next one, 42. Who explained the culture is a spiritual and humanity based concept in the Rome era. Recently we discussed agriculture idea. After that idea, this person developed the second idea of the cultural thing. This person is fourth answer, Marcus Cicero. Marcus Tullius Cicero. Tullius Cicero. The full name, Tullius Cicero. Tullius Cicero. Marcus Tullius Cicero. Marcus Tullius Cicero. Marcus Tullius Cicero developed what thing? Culture is a spiritual, okay, cultural, spiritual, society-based idea. Okay, he developed that concept. In the lesson, we have discussed this type of person's ideologies. Cicero's idea is spiritual idea, agricultural idea by Cato. That's the thing. Mainly direct ideas. In the lessons, we can see that. If you don't have the lesson, fifth lesson recordings or fifth lesson notes or something, please tell me. I can send that thing for you. PDFs or recording videos. Okay, no problem. 43. What is the meaning of the globalization? Globalization actually term is there. In the globalization, we can discuss in the 11th lesson, the 13th syllabus also, and the 5th lesson, cultural idea, global culture. We can discuss that time also for the globalization. Globalization means what thing? Global village concept we can develop. The Marshall McLuhan developed that idea. Global village developed according to what thing? Computers and the networking systems. Okay. And Tim Berners-Lee developed what in www. Recently I told you, internet. And after that thing, Arthur C. Clarke developed what thing? Satellite communication. This all the things comes automatically develop what thing? Globalization. Globalization means simple idea, shrinking the time and space. It means compress the time, and we don't want spend for much more time to share some ideas for the other countries or something. Within 1 second, we can share some ideas from other countries, and we can develop global connections speedily and quickly. This comes with shrinking time and space. That is the thing. Shrinking time and space. That's the term. It's a direct term. In the lessons are there, and other ideas not below for that. The main point is shrinking time and space. It means compress the time. Compress the time. Okay, and destroy the other barriers, and all the areas very close now because we use internet. 44. What are the publication times of the newspaper? There are three main types we can see. Very direct idea. In the fourth lesson, newspaper category, print medium, newspaper example characteristics according to this specific time period also there. So what type of their time periods are there? Usually daily or weekly. The main newspaper publication times are usually daily or weekly. For the magazines, what thing? once a month or thrice a month or once a year. Please note down that thing. And the books don't have a specific time to publish. Books don't have a specific time to publish. Newspaper have usually daily, weekly. Magazines have once a month, thrice a month, once a year, and books don't have specific time to publish. That is the thing. I go to the last page of the paper. 45. Okay, now what is the visual communication? Very simple. Visual means symbols, colors, shapes. We can see, no? So what is visual communication? The first thing, but using sounds to communication others can't know visual. I ask visuals, but why we can't use? Why we can use sound in for that thing? I just ask visual. No? So sound is incorrect answer directly. Okay, and the second thing, ability using creativity. Yeah, okay, we can use creativity, but just ask what is the visual one. Okay, and fourth one, symbolizing feelings. Yes, symbols we can use, shapes we can use, colors we can use. Yes, that's not a problem. But I just ask what is the visual media. None of above. No, that's the answer. The concept that we can watch something, watching or seeing or whatever it is, television, films, teledramas, stage dramas, street dramas, cartoons, puppetry, all the things for what thing? Visual medias. Okay? Art also there, puppetry also there, so many things are there. All are watching things, seeing things. Okay? That's the third answer comes for that thing. Okay? 46. What is the main characteristic of mass communication? Following answers. Main characteristic. So many characteristics are there. Gatekeepers are there, effect is there, delay and limited feedback is there, gatekeepers, that idea, organized ideas there, commercial idea is there, and effective is there, huge area covering ideas there, and diversity of the receivers ideas there, but just ask what the main. Traditional media and mass media main difference is traditional media are very eco-friendly, they don't use technology. But mass media main characteristic is technical. Direct idea, technical. Without technical things, we can't use mass medias. Print media or electronic media, both. Okay, direct idea. Direct idea is first one, technical usage. First one, what is the main target of the media? Economy. Economy means profit idea is there with the competition. They can develop attraction using advertisements or something, and they earn so many profit from the people and the thing. So direct idea is there. Direct idea is there. What thing? What is the main target of the media economy? Growing the profit, okay, we know. Sharing kind of never. Kindness, no. Entertaining majority, no. That's for the mass communication characteristic, okay. But I just ask media economy, no. Business ideas. Developing the criticism, never. Okay. First thing, but get the attention from the people. Then we can motivate the people. We can addict the people for something, and they buy something in the market after using these attitudes or something. So the first answer is direct answer, get the attention from the people. Okay. 48. You can write that near to that thing, the advertisements or something to develop the motivation for the people. Okay. Then we can, they can addict, they addict for some products or services. 48. What types of messages are most used to develop social media platforms? What type of messages we can use? Social media mostly use actually sometimes accurate things are there, sometimes clear ideas are there, sometimes formal ideas are there, but mainly gossips, rumors, fake ideas. Mostly we can see the social media than mass media, because mass media have some rules and regulations, no? But social media don't have that thing. It's a personal thing. I told you recently. So it's so many informal gossips and fake things are there. So direct answer, informal. Direct answer, informal. Indirect, yeah. Sometimes you can see indirect answers. So no. In the mass media also same like that. You see, some films have some concept. We have to think about that thing twice. Secondly, we can understand what that happening that inside. That is indirect, but so social media is mainly use informal things. Why? that informal things can get the people's addiction or the attraction, attention with attraction. So the people have curiosity, then the people search something, they expose something with what thing? Informal informations, informal messages. Third idea, direct one. And the last two, what is the characteristic of social media can help to develop the literacy? Characteristic social media can help to develop literacy. Okay, spreading widely is a characteristics, but social media, no, think about, it's an independent usage. Yeah, it has a diversity of resources. Yeah, all of above can't, because I just asked what thing? Literacy means what thing? Ability to read, write, and understand. Read, write, and understand belongs for language thing. Okay, we have to use. If you want to write something, you can use language. If you want to read something, you have to use language. If you want to understand something, you have to use the language. So language is the number one thing. Social media mainly focus with that, mainly connected with the global language, international languages. So direct answer is there using global languages. Very simple. Think about the other things also. Okay, you can get an idea. Yes, yeah, I also know about that thing, but just think about the question asked for the literacy. Literacy means language skill ID. Okay, not other things. 50. In which communication type can help to grow our capacity of creativity? Creativity is a unique thing. Creativity is a personal thing. Automatically personal things come to the third lesson. We have to discuss what thing? Intrapersonal communication. Intrapersonal communication belongs to what thing? Brain, nerve system, and your five sense idea. It depends on your thing, your inner ideas. So mass communication here, interpersonal here, virtual here, public here, intrapersonal not in there. So that's why the fifth answer, none of above comes. Okay, all are finished. Any doubts are there? Please ask from me. Any doubts? Any doubts?
No, sir,
Any
no
doubts?
doubts.
Right. Okay. So, what's the next day you have? Next day, when the next paper you have to do? Tuesday or Thursday?
Tuesday.
Your paper day? Tuesday, no? Right. Tuesday, 11th MCQ paper you can get, and you can do that thing. And firstly, you can do and get the marks and note down the doubts. What are the doubts that you have in there? And I send you a structure paper thing. No, you write that thing. Structure paper. Structure paper means structure questions, 4 questions. You write that thing.
Yeah, I have still a bit more to complete.
Which question now?
I mean, the
Which
third
question?
one.
Third one, right? Okay. Any doubts? Please tell me. I can explain that thing. Okay. Please send that thing to me too. I want to check that thing, and I can send you some structure question papers for you. And ready for the 11th MCQ paper on Tuesday. Then we can discuss that thing in Sunday. Actually, we want 1.5 hour. No, the 1.5 hour we want for the paper. So next day also 7 to 8:30. Yeah, 1.5 hour. Actually, we want to discuss the paper. So then next Tuesday, I send you the paper and the structure question you can get Thursday, and send me the structure answers. And next day we can discuss 11th paper. Okay. Any doubts? Please put a WhatsApp message to me. Then thanks for joining with me. And next day we can discuss 11th paper. Then good night. Bye.
Okay, sir.
Next day we can. Bye. Bye. Good night.